Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Heist League 3.12. In this episode, I'm going to be going over the, this new helmet for minions that was released. Where did I put it? Here we go. Okay, so we have a new helmet released for the build. I'm going to go over this first, as this is highly requested. Got a lot of requests to see this. So, the new helmet is the Mischief Unique. So I'm going to start with this, and then I'm going to go over stuff about the patch, because we had a patch yesterday that changes everything, so I'm going to go over it. The Mischief Unique, so we got a card. I already have one. It's called Cursed Words. It's pretty common, and it's 13 of 13 Mischief. It's this helmet. It looks so cool. Look at it on this dude. This looks so cool. Okay, so then what it does is it gives you 20% minion damage, so it's a bone helmet base. It has level 20 Death Wish. It gives you level 20 Death Wish. 52 to max life. 25% reduced mana cost of minion skills. And minions are aggressive. So it gives you the Feeding Frenzy minions are aggressive. And then a quarter of cost of minion skills. And then Death Wish. What's Death Wish, you may wonder? It's this new thing. Death Wish is a channeled skill with 13 stages that selects one of your minions per channeling stage. So it can select up to 13 minions. While channeling, the selected minions have immense attack, cast, and move speed, and have the ability to pass through enemies phasing. When the channeling is released, these minions will explode. Each explosion deals a flat amount of fire spell damage in an area. It also deals 13% of the minion's maximum life as fire damage in the same area. The life scaling portion of the damage does not scale with spell damage. Each explosion will deal more damage the more stages you built up. In addition to the benefits of the skill, wearing the helmet makes your minions aggressive, which means they'll target enemies from further away and find their way to enemies for maximum payoff when the explosion occurs. So, what is this for? Well, this glad you ask. So my first impressions of this helmet are, this is so cool. This is a build-defining helmet. Awesome, Pog. This Death Wish is so cool. I can definitely see Death Wish builds coming. So one thing I noticed is it's going to explode your minions at the end of the cast, of the channeling. And it has 13 minions it kills with 13 stages with 13% max life. And so, point is, you're going to be killing minions, therefore you probably don't use this with zombies, specters, animate guardians, golems. You don't want to kill permanent minions. You would want to summon some enraging spirit or skeletons probably, and then you would target them with the channeling. So this could be like a 2-cast thing, so you could summon your skeletons, for example, and then you could start casting Death Wish until you feel like it's going to do enough, and then pop. So while you'll buff up your skeletons with the crazy attack, cast, and move speed, right? They get the phasing, they have aggressive, and then you can Death Wish them to pop them, like using minion instability, but it's all enabled off of this one thing. And so my other first impressions, I'll give a few more. Mischief is a really cool helmet. So basically, some ideas for this is Death Wish is a channeled skill, so therefore it's on the helmet, and you might be able to support it with gems in the helmet. So my first instinct was Awaken cast while channeling, and then you could trigger 3 spells. So you could trigger an offering, maybe skeletons, maybe I don't know, weird stuff, and then have this carry you. You could do convocation, I don't know, whatever spells, maybe a actual spell, maybe an exposure spell, maybe a curse. Automate a bunch of shit through this, because you're going to be channeling anyways, and then you could get more out of it. And then my second thought was this morning, so that one was on stream. The second thought was this morning, I thought, can you support the Death Wish with actual gems to increase its damage? So give it a 5 link, basically, instead of just being a normal Death Wish of doing 13% and the flat damage. Can you scale this harder with gems? Because then you would probably support this with, like, damage. Maybe minion damage. I don't know if it has to be minion damage. Whatever works. Put that in the helmet. Make this shit scale. Maybe get some fire penetration. Awakened fire pen or something. So I think that sounds insane. Because obviously the channeling thing you could do, you could pretty much like do that anyways most of the time. Most of those things, they're not really a big deal. They're not game changing. But increasing this thing, which is your main build defining thing, makes more sense. So it would make sense that support gems would support Death Wish in the helmet. Then you would be able to socket your skeletons wherever you want and have the reduced mana cost of them from the helmet and the minion aggressive from the helmet, and the helmet is just Death Wish. That makes more sense to me. So this helmet is really cool. Now, I want to go over this. This might be a little longer, but it's important. So this is the 3.12.2 patch notes. So if you guys haven't seen already, they released another patch, and so the last video I put out that was basically showing you guys how broken Heist was and letting you abuse doing whatever you want in the mechanic because there was basically like no alert level. Now they've rebalanced it, so yeah, you can't open every chest, and they changed some damage and made one-shots less viable. Like, you won't get one-shotted as much, but it's still really bad. So don't, like, think you're not going to get one-shotted. You probably will, so still play really careful. On-death effects are better. But the major thing I'm going to show you guys is that, or talk about, is that they changed the alert level, the way the alert level shit works. And so now, literally the way I'm playing on this patch, and the way I recommend for you is, let me show the game. So what I did yesterday is, let's go to the Rogue Harbor with my 79,000 markers, which don't matter, by the way. Okay, so what I did yesterday is I was waiting for the patch. Well, I didn't actually know about the patch. So I was leveling up my characters because of the video I told you. In the video I said I was going to level up each of my characters, like Kara, Niles, Huck, and get them their main skill to level 5. You see max level, get their main skill. So each one now has a 5. And Vindiri has 2 5s because he has 5 trap disarmament, 5 demolition. That's just how it works. So then I crafted up all their gear to have level 5 gear with item level. Well, in most cases, it's like 83 plus, 84 plus. I'm gonna go over this in more detail later. It's not really required yet because we're not doing Grand Heist because they're still broken. This is what I'm doing. I'm updating you guys on everything. Do not do Grand Heist. Simple. So they're broken. There's some like loopholes. If you get kicked out, okay, so you do a Grand Heist, you leave the portal to go to your stash, and you don't have a portal to get back in. It's in another instance, so you have to go back to your hideout and come back to here over and over and over until you find it. Okay, great. So then, what I was going to say is that they rebalanced alert level so that opening chests, the small chest, gives way more, and opening the big ones doesn't seem to give as much. So, basically, my thing yesterday is I was leveling up all my characters, and I wasn't even looting. I wasn't even doing anything. I was just running through, touching the end, because the way the game works is to level up characters. The only way to progress the levels is to do a heist and steal the target at the end and make it out and complete it. And then you get more XP the higher item level, higher like map level the contract is, and if you have increased experience, which on every single piece of gear I had 6% increased experience or more. So I was gaining a lot. It was really good, and I leveled up pretty fast. So this is going back to yesterday's video. I recommend leveling up your characters first. Now that I'm all leveled up on my level 5s, okay, my new idea is that because they're all level 5, and I'm in Trade League, specifically Trade League, I shouldn't steal the thing at the end anymore, because stealing the thing at the end of normal heists was to get experience and to level up. And now, if you don't trigger the thing at the end, and you don't trigger the lockdown, then you have no risk, and you walk in and you walk out and you get all the loot, and it completely breaks Heist again, and we're back to a completely broken mechanic once again. Hello guys, welcome back to Heist League. How you guys doing? I hope this changes everything. So obviously you could just start off by saying fuck the levels and just doing heists of the certain levels and just skipping the back, the thing at the end, and then you buy rogue markers if you need them, and then you do the end mechanic when you need to level. And so this should GG the mechanic again, where everyone should be printing loot, and yeah, it should simplify it a lot, because then you don't have to run to the end, you don't have to worry about all the things, you can do higher level maps, you get more loot, you can come in and out because you haven't triggered. So then if you just use increase, so there's two options. You could increase the lockdown time, so you could just literally loot the whole thing and fuck the end thing, or you could reduce the amount that you increase the alert so that you can steal a lot and just walk out before the alert before the lockdown even goes off. So that's pretty much the little secret shit that I've come up with off of this patch. Again, I like to throw out the options we have, you know, the things that you can try, and it just makes sense that I think the big chests are sick, so open big chests more than small chests now if you have good loot, so it makes selecting and picking more higher priority again, and then actually selecting good loot is important again, instead of just picking all the small chests. And then also you might just steal and walk out after you're leveled up, and then it's free loot, and that's maybe how you maximize profit on, or profit per hour, and also risk reward, because there will be zero risk and only reward, which everyone loves. So hope you guys like this new 3.12.2 patch. We might be on it for a little while. Enjoy it. I don't know. Either way, hope you guys like the Maw of Mischief. Let me know if you guys want anything else specifically explained about the Rogue Harbor, the items, the skills, the characters, the heist perks, the contracts. What do you specifically need help with? And I can help you. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon, my YouTube members who financially support the channel. I can't do this without you guys, so thank you guys. And thank you to anyone new who joins the Patreon or the YouTube members today. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!